Welcome to this series of Wegon Explore, where we are tackling one of the world's most remote and challenging four-wheel drive tracks, the Canning Stock Route. Kick off this journey with fellow explorers as we set out to complete the challenging route stretching over 1,900 k's, the longest historic stock route in the world. We don't know what we're in for yet, but we're gonna explore. This episode covers our first day not driving on the Canning Stock Route. It's our reset day, we do our laundry, we clean out our filters after all those dusty roads, and we get to explore this magnificent area where we stay for 2 nights before we head off again. Enjoy this beautiful place with us.
I've got enough. I don't want to.
Thank you, that's perfect.
Beautiful breakfast here at Durba Springs.
At all. Squid.
We're doing the washing here, the tubs and everything, the washing liquid. But then in the end, we put a little bit of water in here, put it all in there, the clothes, and we just give it a little bit of lemon tea tree oil. You give this a good shake, just throw it around, and then we assume it to be clean. Then we hang it up. So Mum and Darcy's done a fair bit of it already. Just hang it up like that, and we're good for another month. Or maybe not a month, but another 3 days. Go, quick, go. Hey, that's how you do your washing. And that's how you get it done. Bit of a combo. Workout with washing. What more would you want? Darcy has surprised everyone with a pina colada.
Woohoo!
So she froze it before coming, made them, and then froze them into big blocks. And now we can just plonk them in right there, already prepared.
Yay!
How good. It tastes exactly good. Like, it tastes exactly good.
It tastes exactly good?
Exactly right, exactly how it should be.
Pina colada?
Definitely.
Thoughts?
Love it. Very successful. Very good. Very delicious.
Keep going.
Very 10 out of 10. Very satisfying. Very refreshing. Very unusual place to be drinking it. Very love it. Very love you.
Aww.
Very thankful, but very yum. Just done a bit of a revamp of things. Put water from the roof in my dad's car back into the tanks. Darcy and Mum has done all the laundry. Thank you so much. And Darcy did a nice clean of the car again. So it looks fresh and ready for the next part of the journey. I'll later just map out the rest of the trip. But it's just been really good just to not be on time frames or anything like that. I'll pop a beer, I reckon, and Darcy will have a nice wine. And we can just chill out for a little bit before we get ready for the next part of the journey. But yeah, it's really good. We are on the verge with our fuel. That's why I'm also going to do a bit more mapping of the journey that we need to go and what we've done, just to get some distances and figure out exactly what our fuel consumption is, because I don't trust what that fuel consumption's saying at the moment. It seems too low. And yeah, just to get a bit of a better idea, because I'm sitting on like 15 litres per 100 Ks, and my dad and Brian, they're sitting on more like 24 or so, which is a massive difference. I mean, they've got a lot more weight than me in the back, but it just doesn't seem right. I need to make it to the fuel stop at Kunua Ritchie. Otherwise, that could be problematic. Otherwise, I mean, worst case, we'll get as much fuel as we can into one car. Just that car shoots up, gets fuel, just shoots back down. Not ideal, but worst case scenario. So we're not stressed, but it could be inconvenient. I'll let you know if anything exciting happens further today, but it's really just going to be chilling out. Check some more of my bolts underneath the car. Make sure that's all tight. Sort out our rubbish. We'll be putting that into our dry bags here. Just dump it in there. We've got a running bin over that side, so as we fill that one up, when it's full, just chuck it in here. But so far, rubbish hasn't been a big issue. Obviously, we planned it that way. Planned it to be minimal, and to be honest, it's mainly been cans. So a couple of plastic things as well, which is all at the top now, but if you look in here, it's all clean too, but it's mainly just cans. Like cans of food and maybe a couple of cans of beer. That's about it really. So it's really just that bag. Will fit easily into one of my bags, and that will be it in terms of rubbish for the first week, because this is day 7 of the Canning Soccer route. And yeah, one bag of rubbish. So we're a third of the way really in terms of time. We're gonna have to gain a couple more Ks over the next 2 weeks, but it's just so cool to know that we've got another 2 weeks out here just exploring and living out of our cars and being self-sufficient really. Well, apart from getting the fuel at halfway and getting water at the wells here and there, other than that, it's just us and the cars. Really cool feeling. It's a good idea maybe at this point just to have a look at the air filter, make sure that is firstly sealing, and secondly that it's not too dirty. I do have a sock that I can put on. I probably should have already, but I was just worried about fuel consumption at the start because it does restrict airflow a bit. So I didn't put it on, but it probably would have been a good idea. But I've been driving carefully, trying to avoid the dust, not driving in people's dust. There's a couple of times when we went past the road trains at the start of a trip where it was just massive clouds of just dust. Couldn't believe it, you couldn't see a thing. But I would come off the accelerator when going past, just clutch in. That just allows the air intake to not be sucking in at a high pressure. And that reduces the amount of dust that we're sucking in. Well, let's pop it open, let's have a look. You can see the Land Cruisers, they don't have the gas struts. You have to do this because you don't have to often open your bonnet like most other cars. Moment of truth. Oh, she looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good to me. There we go. Dusty, it's not looking too bad. Give it a bit of a hit. Not on the seal, ideally. Look at all that. I don't know if you can see it. A lot of dust coming out of there. Yeah, as you can see anyway, it's not too bad. Let's go pop it back in. Turn it off. Let's have a look in the airbox here. You see, got a bit of bugs. Let's come in. But I don't want to mess around with it too much because I want to keep this top side clean. So I'm just going to commit to it for now. Just put this back in. Make sure the seal's all good. Could even go with putting a bit of grease or something. Not like grease, but like just putting some sort of sealant around the sides. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Looks pretty good. These don't clamp very tight, which I don't like about it. I like it if it clamps a bit tighter. Which maybe after this trip, I'll do a bit of a modification around here just to add a bit more clamping force, but for now it seems to be doing the job. Job done. So this is the little path that goes deeper into the valley at Durba Springs. So yeah, let's go for a little walk and we'll show you a little bit of the scenery. It's just magical with these white eucalyptus trees and the red rocks in the background. Like this here. Really cool. Love it. Spinifex is quite prominent out here, so it helps having the gaiters. I don't have them on right now, but it helps having the gaiters that wrap around here. Just protects your lower legs and ankles from the Spinifex when they stab you, because you get all these little red dots from Spinifex where they stab you. Some people might even think it's little bug bites that have been getting them around the ankles, but it's most likely Spinifex that even stab through your socks and whatnot. So a little tip. We'll turn back here because it's getting a bit dark. You just almost stacked it.
Oh, that made me hot.
Trying to balance on a rock, almost fell. Oh, actually, wait, have a look at this. This is pretty cool. Look how skinny these little baby eucalyptus are. Look at that. But still so tall. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Wegon Explore. Next time, the adventure continues as we find all these mechanical failures from this rugged terrain. We also do a crossing at Savoury Creek, which leads us all the way to Lake Disappointment. We continue the journey to find the most magnificent camp spot. You don't want to miss it. This is a beautiful cinematic episode. See you there.